Hey, what's going on guys? This is JordanJamesTT here, or JJ'sTT for short, and welcome back to the channel in a brand new video. So in today's episode we've got something a little bit different. If you remember on the welcome back video that I did last week, I did mention that I was going to do a video showing you guys my me doing T-cut and stuff on the car, like doing you know the scratch remover type stuff. But unfortunately, as you can probably tell with my wipers the way they're going, and if you can see what's going on outside as well, it is currently actually raining, which means that unfortunately I'm not going to be able to do the T-cut thing. And the reason for that is because ultimately, you know, if you have the rain, it's going to like interfere with obviously the substance that T-cut is, and you know, and then it means that whenever I have to go and like, you know, rub on an area to do the scratches, I've then got to wipe the car down with a cloth and whatnot to make the surface clean, and it just won't work basically. But I've come up with a backup plan, and this will be the backup plan going forward as well. So if it's raining outside or the weather's in conditions that I can't really record outside, then it means that I can then do a video inside of the car, which is what we're doing today. So it's going to be part of a brand new series that I'm going to be doing for YouTube and for the channel, where it's called DriveTTime. And basically what we're going to be doing here is driving around you know, places around where I live in Northampton or whatever, anywhere really, and we're just going to sort of I'm going to be doing sort of like mini reviews, I guess, of the car, so sort of like different aspects. So like today's episode, I'm going to be sort of reviewing the steering on the car and the steering wheel, and then other times I might do, say, the gear stick, or other ones I've thought of is like the acceleration of the car and the brakes and the clutch and how that feels and stuff like that. So basically just the overall, so that it's not an overall like review, it's kind of like a mini kind of review of the car sort of thing. So yeah, today's episode we're going to be talking about the steering wheel. So I want, just before I set off and start driving, I want to just talk about like the design of the steering wheel first of all. The thing that I love about this design is the fact that it's so minimalistic and simple. I love sort of like the I'm not sure if it's leather, I think it is leather, I'm not totally sure of the material, but it's such a nice feeling steering wheel. It's very good to grip onto. I love the sort of the underside stitching that it has, and obviously you've got the little bulges there for where you hold your hands. It's very comfortable in the hand, and obviously then you've got this texturized bit in the middle with like the Audi rings with the dots that are all scattered throughout the car, the Audi logo. And yeah, just the general shape, like the curve, the way the arch goes around, and the curves on the bottom half here are really beautiful. It's very well designed, and the thing I love about it is it's just very minimalistic, which is what this car is all about basically. So the design of the steering wheel, as I say, I absolutely love, and if I had to rate it overall, I'd probably give it like a solid 8 out of 10, to be fair. The only reason why I would rate it less is because of the fact that if you look closely at like the texturized part in the middle, it's just a very lighter color than the actual outer ring of the steering wheel. But besides from that though, I can't fault it. Like nonetheless, it's just very basic, very plain, very minimalistic, and it just overall looks smart in the car. So anyway, enough about that. That's the review of the look of the wheel. Now we're actually going to just drive about, do some turns and whatnot, and I'm just going to talk about the overall sort of feel of the steering wheel, how it performs, and you know what it's like to drive with ultimately. So anyway, let's crack on and let's get on with it. So currently at the moment we're actually in Hardingstone at the minute, which is like sort of a small villagey type area in Northampton basically. So we're just going to have a cruise around here, and I'll talk about obviously the steering as well. So overall, if I had to put like an overview on the car, I would say that it's on the car, on the steering wheel, I would say that it's very sort of I don't know, I guess bland is maybe sort of a better kind of word for it. It's it's not the most striking and appealing steering wheel to use. Yeah, that's all I can say about it, really. Don't get me wrong, I mean, obviously there is the appeal for it, and it does feel sort of fairly nice, I suppose, but it's a bit sort of, I don't know, it's just, I mean, it feels nice, it's got a nice sort of heavy kind of feel, but I wouldn't say it's anything to sort of go wild about as such. It's not one of its main, like, appealing points, as it were, but overall it's good enough for the car that it is. You know, I think most people, if they are buying a sports car, and this car specifically, they would probably expect it to have a bit more oomph, and that's personally what I wish it did have, just a bit more sort of oomph and a bit more there. It just feels like it's, if I had to describe it, it's kind of like a grade card sort of thing, you know, like that you get at school. It's sort of like doing well but could do more sort of thing. It's kind of like that. It's yeah, it's weird. It's tough to describe. I mean, it's not sort of like got the most, like, the greatest amount of feel to it. It just doesn't have a lot of substance to it. Like, you sort of feel it round the corners, and yeah, there's nothing sort of exciting about it, really. It's just not got that engaging kind of feel, and yeah, that's the only drawback that I'm not a huge fan of with it. But besides from that, though, it's okay for what it is. You know, you'll still obviously get enjoyment out of it, but it's one of those where you just wish it had a little bit more sort of oomph to it, basically. One other thing I want to say about it is the turning circle on this car is actually really, really good, and that might come as a bit of a surprise to some people, just purely because of the length of the car, because obviously you've got like its big sort of front nose, and then also you've got sort of the big bubble butt, as people call it. So yeah, so surprisingly the turning circle is actually really good, and I'll try and see if I can find like a mini roundabout that's around here, just to try and sort of see if I can do like a nice sort of full spin all the way around. If I don't, then we'll just have to leave it, unfortunately. So which is a shame, but nonetheless we can still sort of try and practice regardless. I mean, we could always do a 3-point turn, you know, that's always an option down these kind of roads. So let's just try and do it now. So if we pull in, just make sure nothing's coming, obviously. Oh, hit the curb, that would have been a minor mark right there. And trust me, I don't always do that, so yeah. But I didn't hit the curb that time, and as you can see, we swing her all the way out. We've done the 3-point turn. So as you can see, it's actually really, really easy doing a 3-point turn. As I say, very surprising, because you would not, like, hardly expect it at all. But we're going to try another one. Looks like the path sort of narrows a little bit here as well, so this will be rather interesting. So turn it again, and then we should be able to make this one. And yeah, there we go. So we've just made it. Perfect. To be honest, I don't actually know where this way goes. I'm hoping it doesn't lead into like a close or something, else it's going to be at my ass, and I'm not going to be a fan of that. But yeah, this weather is like absolutely horrific. Okay, it's a nice little Oh, okay, nice. Look, we've got a nice little turning circle area that we can do here. So if we just do the spinneroo. There you go. And back again. And the other thing that I do actually like about this steering wheel as well is the fact that you've got quite a lot. If you're going from one full lock to the other, so you're going from the right full lock to the next one. Oh my God! Look at that. There's another like Mark 1. Look at this. I'll try and get on the other side so you guys can actually see it, because I think the camera's actually flipped. But yeah, there's a second Mark 1 just like right there. Overall, the steering lock, going from one lock to the other is actually really easy. So yeah, look, there he is. Look at that second Mark 1. I'll go back a tiny bit, so there's no one behind me. Who's that? Is that the 225 one? It looks like Quattro, but it looks like it's got the Quattro badge, but it's only got the one exhaust. Very strange. But yeah, sick. So we've actually found like a Mark 1 on our travels. That's what I'm hoping for by doing these episodes as well. That we can do that. So yeah, I think what we'll do now is we'll just do sort of like a recap kind of thing, I guess. And I think we'll actually sort of call it a day. There, I think, with regards to the episode. So no, overall, aside from me sort of waffling, the steering is very much par, to be honest. It's nothing special in terms of feel, but it's enough to actually still enjoy the car. It's not the kind of thing that you're gonna go racing for and say, oh, if I want a car that's gonna have like amazing steering, you know, it's gonna steer, you know, it's gonna have really responsive steering, I can like drill it round corners. You know, you're just not gonna get that, unfortunately, with the Mark 1 TT. But the thing is, you don't buy a Mark 1 TT for that reason. You buy it because of the styling, not because of how it feels when you steer it. So no, overall, it's okay. As I say, the best way to analogy for it is kind of like a school grade card, where it's like, oh, it's doing okay, you know, it's doing fine, but could do more, sort of thing. So that's the best kind of way that I can describe it, really. So yeah. And then yeah, as I say, the turning circle is a brilliant point about this car, considering the length of it. So you know, if you've got a car that you're sick of the turning circle, then this one will not let you down, for sure. And also the other thing is what was I going to say, turning circle. Oh, and also the full lock thing is really good on this. You know, when you turn the car sort of like full, you know, from one full lock like left to then say to the right, the lock is actually really good. This weather, fucking hell. I hope you guys can actually still, you know, hear me okay in amongst all of this. Obviously it's not great, but no, so overall, yeah, as I say, that's basically going to be it for the episode, I think. So we'll do just sort of like a quick little drive around so I can get to a spot where I can do the outro, and then yeah, we'll call it a day. So I don't think you guys want to carry on seeing the horrible rain and whatnot throughout the video, so yeah. Actually, we can go around this roundabout and I can show you sort of a bit more of the steering here. So we'll go into it. that's it for the episode, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. I want to apologise, obviously, for the you know, it might have seemed like a bit of waffle at times, and I was sort of repeating myself a bit. It's just because when I'm driving and talking, I can't really. I'm still learning it, the process of actually being able to talk and drive confidently at the same time. I like to sort of put my sole focus into, you know, into driving when I do drive. And obviously you can say, oh yeah, it's a bit stereotypical and whatnot because I'm a man, but you know, that's just the way that I am at the moment. But I'm sure the more videos I do, obviously I'll hopefully get more used to it, and you know, I'll actually be able to do the videos properly, speak more confidently, more fluent, and you know, hopefully not repeat over myself as I've been doing this episode. So as I say, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video today. Please leave a like, comment, and you know, hopefully subscribe as well if you're new, and I will catch you on the next video. So cheerio, guys.